How should we understand the beginning of this video? Have we turned to the other side of the moon? Has the spider come out to play? Has the spider come out to play? Has there been success? M small c c, 13 and 3, 16. C3 becomes its own capital of 3 and 0, which is the mantra. Inside of the calf, don't count this one, okay? Don't count this one. It's the last letter. This is actually not the last letter, but it is capitalized. 1 and 6 equals to the light. The Monopoly card. Can you see the Monopoly card? I'm going to come in real close so you can see it. Just give me a second. Let me give you that Monopoly card. Here it is. See the Monopoly card? Here and here. It's 11. 1 and 1. See, this is 0. You want to see the Monopoly card one more time? You see the spider? It's a spider of lights. One goes in, one comes out, like the tentacles. One goes in, one goes out. It's like around the shoulders. It's attached to here and here, these two sides, and they sort of work together. Let me move this light. Okay. Let me move the light from where it is. There's also the dark side of the moon. And there's me. And we're going to go and do this one like this. Okay. Are you ready? Where was it? See that light? It's like see the light? It's like an ant. But look, the light is not getting bigger, but it can get brighter. You see the way I just angle off my camera just one bit? See, I'm just changing very slightly my we work on 135 degrees on two sides. I want to show you the car right now. You can see me? It's very hard to see me in this light, right? So just give me 1 second. I'm going to fix the exposure a little bit. I'm going to put the exposure up over like this. See where my hand is behind the light? You can see it just blocking the light. And the minute I let the light in, you can barely see it. You see that? Okay, so you can see this cup over here. See this cup over here? Well, let me turn it, let me turn it, let me turn it. How come I'm not finding it? I'm turning it around and around. See how I turn it around and around? Around. Keep looking as I turn it around. Do you see a car? Do you see a car? Do you see a car? Show me the Monopoly card. I'm still turning it around. I'm turning it around, and I'm turning it around. Show me the Monopoly card. Now keep looking at the cup. Okay, you're going to say I'm not showing you the whole cup, right? Show me the Monopoly card. Show me the Monopoly card. You do not see it, do you? You see the Monopoly card? I'm showing you the whole cup. Do you see the car? The car is gone. The car is gone. Now I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to show you my second cup. Okay, now watch. The car is right here. This is a large coffee. Now when I show you the small coffee, okay, and we turn it around, we're going to try and find out. You see where that is? It's right there. It says prizes, and it says prizes underneath here. But in the medium cup, okay, it says perk you up and play. And then on the bottom, it says the aroma of success. Not the same as the large cup, right? Here it says perk up and play. Here it says prizes that will perk you up. See the way they're playing with it? So I turn it around and I find absolutely no free parking with the medium cup. But there is a free parking space with the large cup. Now what I want to show you is, you see the one here? The 0 here, the 1 here? Well, what about this one? Hold on, let me turn it this way. Do you see it? Let me hide the wire a little bit. Do you see it? 10. 10. See the 10 here? 10. And then underneath the tires, They go one, skip one. When you have one, skip one, you see the way the dot is at the top? Because the dot counts for the time clock. The dot counts for the time on the left and then the time on the right, all from the center. So it is half of everything in between everything. The other thing I want to mention is that we're going to, oh, I thought it didn't start. I'm going to fix the lighting a little bit. Now we're going to turn this all the way around. I'm going to turn out this light. And just keep the light just out of the picture just a little bit. There you go. I was working on the wall in the front a little bit yesterday. I was working over there in that corner. And then I was working over here in this corner. I lightened everything in yellow, but because the red is written over, it's gone. Okay? I might cut out all that red later, but that's... There's my other spider. I got two spiders in here. One here and one here. You know what happens with the spiders? Did I ever show you this trick? What happens with the spiders? You take one of these, right? You take one of these and you take one of these. You take this, you put it inside, and then you can direct your light wherever you want it. See the way the light's still coming out? See the way when it comes out this way, it looks like this part is blocked off with metal. But look, the way I can put my hand right through it. You want to do it this way? Look, it looks like it's blocked. Look, what happened to my finger? The magic, eh? The magic in the light. The magic light, the swift of hand. Now we're going to go over the alphabet. I know it's already 7 minutes and I didn't tell you much because this is like show and tell. Mr. Tackpan's numbers, letters, art design, and in all, the reality is it's only show and tell. I'm showing and telling. That's it. The whole thing since the beginning, I couldn't figure it out. It was show and tell. It wasn't a book or a movie. It wasn't anything at all. It was bits and pieces of totalities of anything that came up to be between. Who's there right now? You and the one delivering. Hello. I got what's inside the mail. YouTube, internet, the success. What's going on? Let's send the mail out to the people and show and tell. Tell me what you think. Each individual item can be the noise of Zion and the puzzle and album to all in creation of the light, coming from the famous letters of CK, coming from the secret numbers of link, of elemental P and K, link. And in a short little puzzle that I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to show you how I fooled around with the alphabet. Theoretically, right? I played around with it in an equation, okay, that is only full of symmetry. We need the symmetry. We need the perception. But most of all, we need you turning on these videos and watching and giving us your comments because only you will shape the future. I can only bring in the show and tell. First letter in the alphabet, second letter in the alphabet, the one that I know right now, the major one right now. L and M is 12 and 13. 12 equals 3, 13 equals 4. 3 and 4 is the DC of A and B. A plus B equals 3. 12 and 13 equals 25. Jack, 52. Earth, man, heart. L and M is now 3 and 4, which is 7. 7 and 3, the wings of man. That's why you're with that, Jen, you're with that 73. I'll never forget it. And the last part of the alphabet is 14 and 15 to Y and Z. 14 is 5. 15 is 6. 5 and 6 equal to the F. F and D are the majors, okay? 4 and 6. But 6 becomes 3 because it becomes divided. And 4 becomes 2, which makes 3 and 2. And 3 and 2 is back to CK again. The center of this is F and G. 6 and 7, 7 and 6, 7 and 1 is 8, 7 and 2 is 9, F and 1, because F is the end of the cube. F and 1 keeps it to the value of 6 and 1, 7. Give me the light 61 Saturn star. Saturn holds a star because the Saturn car, have you ever seen the Cars? The Cars, not only the albums, but now you have to listen to the Cars because there's a song in there that's given us a great clue to today. I don't know which one it is. I can't. I'm only giving you the pieces and parts. So I'm a hoax, right? So this and this makes 7 and 2. This and this makes 6 and 1. But C, creation, with 6, 6 times 3, 6 plus 3 is 18 and 9, 27, creates B and G, 27. In the A family is a bag, which is a ring. In the E family is a beg. In the I family is a big. The bag, which is in French, okay, also stands for, when it comes with the E, it now gives you the age, the ring to age, because your mind is in this world in a body. The piano is B and G. The first part of numbers, because 9 always lives in the center with 1. Because 1 is the center of everything, because it is halfway between everything, the greatest number of all, 1, halfway to anywhere. But it plays from the 3 position because 3 is in between 2 and 4, other than the beginning and the end, the passageway. So in these letters that begin the first 10 letters in the alphabet, and 27 is in between A and H is actually the first A family inside the A family, because in French it's A, B, B. In French, this is the first letter in the A family. But in English, H is the first letter, and it brings in A, C, H. It also brings the ash of life, because that's the way it's said in French. 18. After that, in between 18 is 27. 3 by 6, 3 plus 6, which is 3C, which is piano C, plus 6F, which makes the 27 in between the beginning of all, which is A, because A is in the center, and H is the distance between the two sides of the circle, and shows you the arm to be the center of the circle, which is attached to I, which is 17, and in blackjack on 17 we stop. But on D, which is A, B, C, D, is the first time we can create our first 10, which says 1 divides the circle of who I am. I am the jack because I am the line that divides. And if you are the circle and you are the jack, then this is the way you have divided. But if you are the circle and you are jack, this is the top side of the H. The top side of the H and jack would be more or less like this. He comes around as jack, and then he continues. Pieces are noted to be at least and only as much as 1/4 of something, and if it is all, it's only the design of the interior or the exterior, unless you start to see a spiral, then it uses up every complete space, because inside a square is 36 plus 1 and 1 dot. Meaning, even if we have the outside and 9, 9 still comes inside and plays from the center. So that's an empty position for movement. You know, you can never see the tail, but you follow the tail. There's a game that plays it. At the same time, the second part of the alphabet is right here. Album, CK, the center of these two. Album, album. Noise, noise, N-O-Y-Z. The second half to M-N-O, and the second half to A-B is Y-Z. Z and A equals to 27, the same 27 that was created by 3 times 6 and 3 plus 6, the CFs. So whatever you know about CFs, anywhere, even in your fridge and air conditioner, there's a major reason they didn't want this to play in your life. Because there was a chance that this was going to bring you back to who you were before anything began. These two letters over here, center C in the piano. Anybody making the album and the noise of Zion. Z-Y-O-N, Zion. Album. Milk, the Milk album. Subliminal. Album making the noise. So we go to October, which is the 10th month, where the O is the 15th letter. Where we go down to where we started Z as actually being the 15th letter, as Z being the 26th letter. Going back to the 15th letter, you have to minus 11 equals 15, right? It's 11, no, but no, it's not 11, because we had to start at 0, 26. So 0 to 26 is 1. Even if it's the first, it's 1. Remember I said, let's start at 0 and go to Z and find out what it is. 0 to Z is 1. Z is the first letter from the other side. I have the phone window. You got to call me back in about 5 minutes, please. Is that okay? Okay, thanks. Okay, so now what you see over here is 26 minus 11 is 15. 11 equals to K. 12 is the actual number from 26 to equal to 15. 12 is the letter L. So now you have to have L and K together. So now we have L and K together to come from Z over to O. So I'm going to show you the way the letters actually are. When you take 9 away from this, it's actually Q. But it's not Q. It's R. 26 over to 26 minus 12 is 14. Yes, it is. But it's actually supposed to be 13 minus 13. So N would be M. And over here, which would be 13, is actually 14. 14 would be N. And then this word would say Roman. R-O-M-N. Forget about the A. Like I said, this is the 9th letter. R is 18, right? 1 and 8 is 9. So R is the 18th letter, in which 18th letter is 3C and F6 or WC fields equals 18 and 9, which equals 9 and 9. You see, this 9 over here, for me, stands for Pluto. This is 90, which is 9, 18, 27, 36, 90, which again stands for Pluto, but 9 plus 6 ends up standing for Saturn. This one over here, this would be Saturn, Pluto, and at the same time it says Jupiter. Because the largest thing in the world has to do with you. You are the largest thing in this world. You're either high class, middle class, low class. You have the left choice, the right choice, and in the center is your choice. So if we went over here, if this was 15th letter O, then the actual reality of this letter would be 12, and it would be L. I'd lost my pen. So that would be L. The first O and the second O, first one is O, the other one is yellow, 88. Isn't that what you were looking for? Huh? Saul Israel? Rose? Not sure of the last part, but this is your 88, ELO. Because from the 26th letter, okay, now if we started from the center of this alphabet, of the second half of the alphabet, it would be the second letter or standing for B. And we get B-O-E-L-O, Ebola. 888. In all reality, we have 3 circles that are 666, but they spell 888, and it spells Ebola. 888, Ebola. E-L, because from the second side of the alphabet. The L goes in, it's in the E family. When you have E and A together, it's an automatic O. B is because O is the second, is actually, it's the third one, but it's number 2, but it counts as 3. 0, 1, 0, 2. Right? 0 to 1 is 1. 0 to 2 is 2. 2 and 1 equals 3. This says the bonfire, the noise, the album, what's going on. I can't explain to you the whole thing. Did you understand the way this worked? This is starting at Z, so I'm not going to do any more of that. L is because we went backwards from Z, and we went forward 1 of them, and went backwards 2. One of the reasons you go forward 1 and backwards 2 is because of this design. Since this starts at the center, okay, would you do this? Because it shows that I am the center, I'm allowed to go to 2 sides. But when this is separated, I would do a dot here and a dot here. Because these 2 dots say This is my center. I cannot reach the other side. This is my center. I can't reach the other side. I can meet halfway. That's why we would end up putting the line down here saying you have to reach this. You go into this, you go into this, but these two never touch. Okay. It also shows that the sand can stay here of the time clock, but then I'd be telling you 10 more stories, okay, and explaining everything why it could and why it can't, because there's some people are going to say, it doesn't make any sense what I said, and I'm going to agree with them. And then others are going to say it makes great sense, and I'm going to agree with them too, because it's show and tell. We're talking about stories. I'm not the final word. You're the final decision of the final word, of the finite of everything, because when you stop and you're gone, I can't say anything about it except my final word. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. So you saw the coffees, you saw the light, you saw the spiders. Another thing, this is one more thing. October is the 10th month. 10, 10, 10, 10. All the corners of Monopoly are 10. 10A, which is go. 10B is visiting jail. 10C, creation, is free parking. Man plays from side to side. Man plays from number 11, right, to number 29. That's the Christ is the 29. The 11 is because they don't play 10 and 10. They don't play Boardwalk. They don't play Pennsylvania. They don't have B&O rail. They don't get to have the reading rail. They play from Pennsylvania rail all the way through. There's reading, and there's a Pennsylvania, and there's B&O, and there's B&O. B&O Pennsylvania is what they play, but they have nothing to do with the reading and the boardwalk and everything. Those are maybe those vacation places. So that would be a V on the board. So if you actually look at the board, it'd be 10 would be all the corners. A, B, C, the D corner, right, is D corner 10 is 10-4, October 4th. It seems like we came all the way back and we're at go right now, a restart. Because in Monopoly, the first time in your Monopoly, you get 1,500 and you go to go. Every other time it's 200, and sometimes you get 400 if you land right on go. So Monopoly right now is 10 from all the corners. Fourth is the go, equals to 10-4 is the 10-4 radio of the 10-4 New Year's of the Hebrews is the 10-4 is everything to do. 10 equals to the circle, right? And 20 equals to the circle. Oh my God. JT. Jello. And tolls, pay the tolls. J and T has to be added to those circles. So B and O. So you saw the last thing. 2014 shows all the A's and D's, because A and D is the first time you ever pass C. D is the first time you ever go to the second side of the totality of 6. A, B, C, and D, E, F. Split them apart. When you go to D, you're on the other cube. When you're in B, you're on the first cube. Voila! It's just a separation of the two sides. If I say B and D, I know I'm on both sides, one of each. It's like splitting a line down the center and just going like this, on the same piece of paper. Raphael is going to show you one design now, and here's what it is. B and D. Don't count the middle. The middle is the decision. It's a separation of the totality, splitting the two sides evenly apart, where the two colors touch together, and then they create its third color in your decision. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.